Good morning students. This is the time for computer class and I am your computer teacher. We are continuing the lesson MS PowerPoint 2010, a presentation tool. Till now in this video we have discussed about what is a presentation graphics software, the different types of presentations graphics software like MS PowerPoint, OpenOffice Impress, Corel Presentation, Flowella, Kingsoft Presentations, etc. We have also discussed about the features of presentations graphics software. We have discussed what is PowerPoint, how to start the PowerPoint, the different steps required to start the MS PowerPoint. The next topic in the videos that we have discussed is components of MS PowerPoint 2010 window. In this topic, we have discussed about what is title bar, what is quick access toolbar, where it is located, what are the three components of ribbon like tab, commands, groups, where they are located, what is file tab, what does it contain, what is slide area, what is the use of help button, what does slide tab displays, what are views button, where they are located, what is the use of note sections, what is zoom control, what is status bar. We also discussed the basic elements of slide like what is slide, what is presentation, what is placeholder, what is title box, what is subtitle box, what is content box, the steps required to delete unwanted or extra placeholder from any slide, what is slideshow, what is slide layout, the different types of slide layouts that we have in 2010 PowerPoint. Number 1, title slide. Number 2, title and content. Number 3, section header. Number 4, to content. Number 5, comparison. Number 6, title only. Number 7, blank. Number 8, content with caption. Number 9, picture with captions. The next topic that we have discussed in our video is creating a new presentation. The different steps required to create a new presentation, adding slides in a presentation, the different steps required to add the slides in our presentation, changing the layout of an existing slide, how can we change the layout of slides, saving a presentation, the steps required to save our presentations. The next topic that we have discussed in the videos is working with different views of slide, like the ways to access the views in PowerPoint, the different types of views, like what is normal view, when do we use normal view, what is slide sorter view, what is the use of slide sorter view, what is notes page view, what does it display, what is slideshow view, when do we use slideshow view, what is reading view, what is the use of reading view. The next topic that we have discussed in the videos is working with slides. Here we have discussed adding titles and subtitles in a slide, the different steps required to add the titles and subtitles in a slide, adding text box on a slide, how can we add the text box on our blank slides. Next topic is adding text in a text box, how can we insert the text in a text box and can write the content in it. Next topic that we have discussed in the videos is working with text. Here we have discussed how to select the text either with the help of keyboard or with the help of mouse. The next topic is copying and pasting the text, the difference between cut and copy options. Deleting the text, how can we delete the text, the steps required to delete the text. The next topic that we have discussed is formatting the slides. How can we format the slides? The formatting the text. Here we have discussed how can we manage the font, what is font size, bold, underline, italic, text shadow, strike through, character spacing, font color, change case, the different types of cases like sentence case, lower case, upper case, capitalize each word, toggle case, increase font size, decrease font size. Next topic that we have discussed is aligning the text. What is alignment? What are the two different types of alignment like vertical alignment and horizontal alignment? Next, the steps required to perform the vertical alignment. The three different types of vertical alignment like top alignment, middle and bottom. Next, what is horizontal alignment? How can we perform the horizontal alignment? The four different types of horizontal alignment like left align, center, right, justify. The next topic that we have discussed is what are bullets? How can we apply the bullets in our slides? What are numberings? How can we apply the numberings on our slide? What is background? How does it make our presentation more effective? What are the steps required to change the background of slides? The next topic that we have discussed is inserting objects. What is theme? How can we insert the theme elements like the theme colors, theme fonts, shape styles? Next, how can we apply the themes? The different steps required to apply the themes. What are images? What are the different options available for inserting the images? The steps required to insert the images. How can we insert the image from a file or from a clip art in the presentations? What is screenshot? How can we use screenshot in our slide? The steps required to insert the screenshot on a slide with the help of mouse or keyboard. Next, what is word art? What are the steps required to use the word art? What is shapes? How can we insert the shapes in our slides? How can we insert the audio and video files? The different steps required to insert the audio file in a slide. The different steps required to insert the video slide on a file. What is smart art? How can we insert the smart art in our slide? The steps required to write the text on a smart art. The different smart art design tab features like create graphics, layout, smart art styles, resets. What is watermark? How can we add the watermark in our slides? So now in this video we are going to discuss about adding header and footer. Adding header and footer. So in MS Word we all have known what is header and footer. The header and footer is the text that will be added at the top and the bottom of each slide of a presentation. So we can say header and footer. Header and footer is the text. Header and footer is the text that will be added, at the top and bottom of each slide, and bottom of each slide of a presentation, bottom of each slide of a presentation. The header and footer is the text that will be added at the top and bottom of each slide of a presentation. The PowerPoint offers the facility to add header and footer to our slides. Having the header in the presentation is logical, but many of the times we may not use it. It depends on us, on our requirement, whether we want to insert the header and footer in our document. The different steps required to insert the header and footer are: number 1 step, click on the, first of all, click on Insert tab. Click on Insert tab. From the Insert tab, move to the text group. Click on the text group, and from the text group, click on Header and Footer option. Click on Header and Footer option. We will get a window of Header and Footer option. So here we can add date and time, next the page numbers, etc. So we will have the different options of adding the header and footers. Like, what are the different things that we can add over here? Number 1, date and time. Number 2, slide number. Number 3, on the footer we can add footer. We have to click on the checkbox of the footer. Then we can, as soon as we click on the checkbox of the footer over here, we will have the option of like footer over here. The text box of footer will be available for us, and we can write our content in the footer over here. Next, we have the option of number 4, don't show on title slide. Don't show on title slide. Now what does it do? It decides whether the footer information should be displayed on the title slides or not. If we right click, or if we click left click on the checkbox over here, then that footer information will not be displayed on the slides of our presentations. So next, we can also add the details of the handouts that we want in our slides. The different notes and handouts options are like, in the notes and handout option, we can add date and time, header, page number, and footers. So we also have the option of handouts over here, in which we can add number 1, in the notes and handout options, in the notes and handout options, we can add date and time. Number 2, header. Number 3, page number. Number 4, footer. So in this way we can add header and footer in our slides. The next topic, we also have the option of adding the header and footer on a particular slides. If you want to add only a particular slide, we can click on apply button. Or if we want to use header and footer or the notes and handout sections on all the slides, then we have to click on apply to all button. As soon as we click on apply to all button, that header and footer will be added in our slides. Now the next topic is grouping and ungrouping object. Grouping and ungrouping objects. Grouping and ungrouping objects. So what does grouping the object means? What does grouping the object means? So in grouping we can add more than one object, like the image, shape, text in a slide. We may want to perform the same kind of activities on this group of objects. We can easily do in the PowerPoint by grouping the different objects within a slide, and when we apply the actions to one of the object, it will be automatically applied to all the objects simultaneously. So this is known as grouping. Now how can we perform the grouping? First of all, step 1, like suppose I have drawn a triangle over here, and I have drawn a circle over here, and I have drawn a square over here. These are three different shapes that I have drawn in a slide. Consider this as a slide. Now suppose if I want to fill color in it, and I have to fill color in all these three objects. So either I should fill the color separately on all these three objects, or if I group them, these three objects will be considered as one object, and if I fill color on any one of these, the other two will automatically be filled with the same color. So this is the advantage of grouping. The one action that is performed on any of the object, the other object also being performed the same actions. So this is grouping. So what are the steps required to group? First of all, select the objects that are required to group. Press the control key with the help of keyboard if you want to select, or with the help of mouse you can select the objects which you want to group. Now move to the format tab. In the format tab, click on the arrange group. And in the arrange group you have to click on the group option. As soon as you click on the group option, you will find that when these three objects, that earlier these three objects were treated separately, but now we will have a rectangle box like this on these three objects, which indicate that these three objects were grouped in one single object. Now if I want to ungroup them, how can I ungroup the objects? In order to ungroup the object, again I have to click on the format tab. From the format tab to the arrange group, and from the arrange group I can click on ungroup. As soon as I click on ungroup, these three will again become separate objects. So this is the way of grouping the object or ungrouping the object. The next topic that we are going to discuss is animating the object. Animating the objects. So animation plays a very important role in PowerPoint. The animation effects give movement to objects such as image, shape, text, etc. Animation can be used to draw the attention of audience on a specific content. In PowerPoint, a variety of animation effects are available, which you can use to make our presentation more enhanced, more beautiful. So animation can be used on the text or objects on a slide, exit a slide, emphasize the text or objects. Any object of a slide can be animated. So what are the different types of animation object? The different types of animation objects are: number 1, entrance. So here in entrance, it controls how the object enter the slide, either with the help of bounce. This is one of the option in the entrance, or there are several like appear, fade, fly in, float, split, wipe, shape, wheel, random bars, grow and turn, zoom, swivel, bounce. All these are the different options that are available in the entrance. Next we have emphasis. emphasis, exit. Number 3, exit. Number 4, motion path. Number 4, motion path. So entrance, emphasis, exit, motion paths. All these are the different types of animations that are applied on the objects. So student, in this video we have discussed about adding header and footer. How can we add header and footer? The notes and handouts options. How can we group and ungroup the objects? What is animating the objects? What are the different types of animations like entrance, the different options or commands that are available in entrance, emphasis, exit, motions, path. We will be discussing these animation options later in the next videos. Thank you.